Okay, y'all. So here is part 2 of this message. So part 1 was a little, but here's part 2 of the message. So basically part 2 of the message. Okay, so this is what I want to say, right? It's like, okay, so remember we're talking about the marks. So you know how mine's is in, right? But here's the thing, and it's a lot of gray area when it comes to it, because like, say for instance, because I was placed in darkness, right? But I'm a good seed. And being placed in dark places, you can pick up on those bad seeds energies. You get what I'm saying? Or you feel like this is the way life is, depending on how your parents were, how you was raised, their beliefs, and y'all know how that go, right? And so then they like, no, you gonna do this, or you gonna, because I remember when I wanted to stop eating meat, and I told my forensic figure, because I was low-key giving it to the dog, and she was like, no, as long as you in this house, you gonna eat some meat. I was like, oh, okay. And so it's like, it's stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, where it's like your body knows right from wrong, or right from wrong, or like if something does not settle with you, you want to move out of that energy, you want to move out of that space. And you could have had energies that said, no, you're gonna sit in it, right? Like for instance, what happened to me as a child, and it was a lot of commotion, and she ended up telling me, oh, that's still your brother, and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I was just telling her, well, brothers don't do this and brothers don't do that, but then it was like, oh, that's still your brother. That's still, and my mind was screwed on right. It was these people that, and it could have been because of how they were raised. You get what I'm saying? As to why they believed or why they tried to instill certain things within me, right? And so, it's not to say that, because a lot of people can get it like misconstrued, like, oh, well, if they have that mark on them, well, why this going on with them, and why is that? Because sometimes, y'all, we are thrown into darkness. We are placed into the darkness, and it can look as though we are of this dark energy, but we're not. Then we grow to learn to protect ourselves, right? We create defensive mechanisms, right, to protect ourselves, right? Almost like the turtle with the shell, and all of that with the hard shell and stuff like that. So we ended up creating a hard exterior to us. You get what I'm saying? To where it's a protective layer. But once we get out of those environments, y'all, once we get away from those people, it is okay, depending on how you are with your energy, to let it fall off, okay? But always have your shield. But you get what I'm saying? It's the energy of flight or flight energy, okay? So somebody, you could be learning like, okay, well, let me just peel back these layers. You get what I'm saying? Let me just peel back, because it could be tricky. Like, okay, for instance, like, so y'all know the ones what I was talking about with the outer molds, and you could kind of see it and kind of stick out a bit, and it's like, the like kind of like juicy ones, but and now with those energies, so going back to those energies, because like somebody like me, and then that's what I wanted to say, like somebody like me can turn dark, right? And then their next lifetime, they'll have to, that's why some people pass away, okay? Y'all be hearing like certain chosen seeds pass away and all this other stuff, because they could have chose to be dark. You get what I'm saying? Everybody has a choice, and depending on if how your mental space is, and certain things, it just depends on certain things, y'all, because some of those good energies can be pulled into it, to where now they're protecting the dark people, the evil people, the wicked people. You get what I'm saying? And now it's like, and that's what you get, the Jesus energy of crucifying, right? Because it's like Jesus was saving all of these people that Jesus was not supposed to be saving, right? Giving grace. Okay, yeah, it was cool the first time, but now, and then that's when Jesus tried to change the narrative, tried to change things, make things better, try to separate the wheat from the tare. And then that's when they try to, whatever. But it's that energy, okay? Because they can turn, those type of energies can turn too, and that's when stuff started happening, you know, where people might pass away and, you know, things like that. But also, or get, I heard, locked up or put behind. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But we also have to understand a lot of those things are for our protection too. You know, so say for instance, freaking you in this household or in this environment, and this environment is super toxic to you. It's like, and you know you're not supposed, and that's the thing, you gotta want to get out of this. Like you have to want to get out, and that's when everything will start to move. Be quiet and want to get out, okay? That's when God will start moving in your life. But if you want to stay connected to these people, you want to stay connected to certain environments, you want to stay connected to, then God is like, okay, well, you just gonna be connected, you know, but I'm gonna show you who you are. And when God starts to reveal certain things to certain people, and people, you can either listen to it, or you get what I'm saying, everybody has free will. Okay, but even the ones with the outer moles, because they are originally dark, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, but they're also here, but it's like God also tries to give them grace. So that's why they will meet people like us, right? Because we're the good ones and they're the dark ones, okay? And so when they meet the lighter ones can hear their story, the lighter ones, and that's why a lot of them come together and you don't even know it. It's because you're supposed to help. It's like, it's kind of like this energy of like, okay, because it's another chosen seed and you're here to redeem yourself to get your spot back, right? And if they don't do right by you, they fall again. Like it's oh well, you just didn't pass it. Like, you get what I'm saying? And so but collective, you don't stay stuck with these people. And that's the number one thing that they would try to do. They would try to keep you stuck. They would try to keep you trapped. They would try to keep you, and because they didn't make the choice or the decision to do better. They kept rolling the dice. You get what I'm saying? In the sense of, they know to do better, but they don't want to. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot of gray area, because I don't want y'all to get it like confused, where it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of gray area when it comes. It's a lot of gray area when it comes to that. Okay. So yeah, those darker ones, they just originally dark, and God's giving them grace through you and other chosen people to make things better, to make things right. Now, you cannot trick the system. You can't trick, you know, God. Okay. You cannot trick God. So y'all just be mindful, because you might fight tooth and nail to keep that person that's darker than you, but y'all are kind of like one and the same, but they're evil, and you could have fought tooth and nail for these people, like, you know, that you my family. You get what I'm saying? And you finna become my family, like, you know. And that's why somebody, when you be like, dang man, like I just fought for them, you know, I really wanted to see them do good. Like, dang, like you didn't sew the shirt off your back for them. Like, you didn't, child, doing things to where you would sacrifice your life for them. Okay? Type of energy. You may have never understood why it was like that, but it was like that because, and then all of a sudden you just let it go, right? It's because you were their saving grace. But some of these people, the darker ones, they're trying to use the lighter ones because they know the power that the lighter ones have. And so they try to use the lighter ones to free themselves. Okay, so it just depends. It depends. And then what I'm picking up too is these darker ones, they're trying to create cults and covens and, you know, organizations and groups and all of this stuff to go against the ones that are light. And then the ones that are light, y'all know we be so caring and loving to where sometimes we may not even detect certain things right then and there. You get what I'm saying? Just because depending on how we were raised, how you were, you get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave that there. Y'all take what y'all need to take. Leave the rest. It may be a part 3, okay? But, you know, do what you do.